Squires and Stowaways. Lewen delicately transplanted the seedling into a small tub of soil and watered it gently before putting the pot on the shelf to his left. To his right were thousands of similar tiny plants, all of them magically grown from seed, in an attempt to replace the frost-blighted plants that had died in the terrible snowstorm Iseult had conjured up on the night of her husband's murder. A whole season's crop had been lost, and many people would go hungry that winter if the coven were not able to replace some at least of the ruined harvest. Lewen had always had a talent with growing things, and so he, along with the other earth witches, were using their powers to speed along the growth of many key crops such as oats, corn, barley, beans and potatoes. The greenhouse was one of the few places where he felt any surcease from the terrible anxiety that racked his every moment. With his fingers buried in earth, his attention focused on unfurling leaf and flower, Lewen was able to put aside for a moment the aching loss and fear he felt for both his dear friends, Owen and Olwynne, and his lover Rhiannon, who had put herself in danger purely for his sake. Lewen could not believe he had let Rhiannon go. He knew he had been dazed and weak after the beating he had taken from the bell, but he felt that was no excuse. No excuse for lying with Rhiannon when he was handfasted to Olwynne. No excuse for allowing her to fly off into the night, one young woman against a gang of ruthless ruffians. He was so sick with fear for all of them that he could not eat or sleep or settle to any task, apart from monotonous, mindless jobs like grooming 100 horses one after the other, or carving and fletching 1,000 arrows. As soon as his hands were still, his mind began to gnaw again at what he had done, or rather what he had failed to do, and he would find himself pacing restlessly, his hands clenched into fists. There was little else for him to do. The Tower of Two Moons was deathly quiet, having closed for the rest of the term in honour of their dead Rye. Most of the students had gone. Only those who lived too far away